Alrighty, here we are. We are doing a recast. WLDL 2025. We're looking at five meeples in a trench coat facing off against Bring Me the Lamp. With me today, co-casting, is the one and only, the pounder of the drums, Pounder.
Hello, everyone. Looking
Right.
forward to this.
Yeah, we're looking at the Wex division. Well, I've casted one of five meeples in a trench coat games before. Some familiar faces to me in there. But yeah, we're going to check out all these players and see how they're going to shake out in this two-game series. Drafting.
Radiance band.
Yeah, I'm definitely more familiar with the five Meepos team. Seen these guys over the last couple years in past tournaments.
Only 10
Bring Me the
seconds.
Lamp, I think, is all relatively new, for me at
5
least.
seconds. Hurry,
I
hurry.
did spot the
But
name in like prior years of WLDL, but yeah, interesting to see what they pull out if they have any interesting heroes that they play.
be really nice to watch some Wex League action here, as this will be the first one I've kind of been able to sit down and watch and cast. So
Yeah, it's
yeah,
interesting to kind of like sift through different MMR like levels and see how the games. Certainly, you see like differences in draft, and certainly some more, definitely more micro heroes come out in higher MMR players.
Dyer's band.
and you see different bands. You see the techies and a wind here right off the bat. I don't think we've seen those bands in any of our
10
games.
seconds to pick.
Yeah,
These, but I'm not sure. These guys could have been digging
5 seconds
into
remain.
some past history on each game and trying to pull out some tactical bands, maybe specific to certain players.
we got a PA band coming out. Yeah, I'm guessing these teams, like you, they do some research ahead of time. They scope out their competition and try to make some poignant bands, along with
You see
some.
the
Yeah,
you see the Bloodseeker here and the Hoodwink
yeah,
makes a lot of sense. Almost can't have a Bloodseeker. Just too
yeah,
much to deal with right now.
yeah. Hero definitely feels strong. S and Y, strong item. Hero loves to build it. Tanks up the hero nicely. Gives them some nice extra health regen. And any core likes to have the movement speed and attack speed.
Yeah, I find you to be very difficult to counter.
What a sniper band. Happy to see that.
Happy to see that. Yep. And the Lich, well,
It's a
not
first
wasting
pick on
any
the
time at all
Rubik.
here.
Hmm. Rubik,
Like the
strong.
Rubik here.
Yeah. You kind of don't have the advantage of first pick Rubik. You don't really have the advantage of seeing what the enemy spells that you can take are, but certainly the hero can
10 seconds to
a
pick.
good Rubik player can kind of make the best out of the spells that
Radiance
they can have
band.
available to them.
Face the light.
And you don't show your hand here with that ability to have Rubik as a real flex pick here.
Let me see Dawnbreaker, strong hero for sure. We've seen this one a few times.
Only
Kind
10
of interesting
seconds.
where the hero can go. I haven't seen the hero played much position one.
5 seconds remain.
No, we've been seeing it mid and definitely in the off lane. I'm not sure. I'm not a huge fan, but I think it's a
Radiance
versatile pick
band.
that provides, some mobility around the map, some tankiness,
Dyer's band.
kind of good overall hero, and also be, flexed into a few different places.
The Tide
Like
Hunter ban. I know in one of the five Meeples games they put Tide Hunter in position one, which kind of really gave that lineup a nice tempo. That
10 seconds
once
to
they kind
pick.
of hit mid game, then they just kind of grouped up around
5
this
seconds. Hurry,
this item
hurry.
heavy Tide that could kind of provide a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I think Tide allows you to kind of dictate the
Dire
pace of
team
the
pick.
game fairly well.
Radiant
Um,
team pick.
wow, okay, Legion Commander. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't seen a Legion yet in any of the games that I've been in or watched, but
Yeah, I'm gonna be watching for if Rubik steals duel and gets a duel off. That would be like bonus points
Ah.
for Bring Me the Lamp.
Yeah, that'd be pretty exciting.
5 seconds
Might be looking
remaining.
for it, but already some really great abilities to steal.
Radiant team pick.
Well, we see the Venge. A great counter pick to Legion. The swap really messes up the Legion's duels. Yeah, I
Yeah.
find Venge kind of like if it's on the other team, it feels
Only
like
10 seconds.
team fights just get that much harder.
Yeah,
5
absolutely. And you're already
seconds.
seeing
Hurry,
Bring Me the
hurry.
Lamp here with, if you start to
Dire
look
team
down the
pick.
line and you think about a bit of a, oh, here we go, a bit of a defense with some backline. Venge really, really able to scale well into the late game and pull off huge swaps throughout the later team fights that can really help in a
10
high ground
seconds to
defense
pick.
situation. And now with the Batten to kind of run in there and
5
absorb
seconds.
and
Hurry, hurry.
wreak havoc on these melees.
Dire
Starting to
team are now
like the way
picking.
Bring Me the Lamp's draft's
Night
coming together here.
Stalker.
I think
And
it's
a
Night
nice answer
Stalker.
back with
Radiant
5
team are
Meepos
now
here with the
picking.
Night Stalker.
Dragon Knight.
Oof. Oof.
Those were quick picks too. They knew that
Wow.
in their minds right there.
I
I think
think they're
it's
getting
a
exactly what they want, hey?
4 melee is sitting on 5 meepos at the moment. I mean, Night Stalker able to kind of fly over trees
Only
with the
10
ult, so
seconds.
super mobile hero, so it doesn't feel too bad about the
5
melee.
seconds remain.
Dragon Knight obviously turning ranged when his ult goes off. So I mean, all 4 of these. Legion Commander gets a blink. Dawnbreaker has the Celestial Hammer to move around.
Hey, Lynx, just a quick thing here. I'm not sure if you're noticing or if it's going to come through on the stream, but you're cutting in and out quite a bit here.
That might be a Discord thing. Is it just your voice through me?
Just your voice to me, but I don't know if that's coming through. Sorry, hate to interrupt, but
No, no, no worries. Looking at OBS and I'm seeing my bars go up and down. Is it still going now? I could try.
you're good right now. It was intermittent.
Okay. It might just be a bit of lag on my end.
Could be. Sorry, back to
Hopefully.
it though. But yeah, I mean, just the sheer brawn from 5
Radiant.
Meepos here has got to be. Ah, wow, some really good answers here.
Yeah,
Nice.
Lifestealer, like good to kind of play into these strength heroes. Got 4 strength heroes on the side of Meepos right now, so Lifestealer definitely will enjoy
10
hitting
seconds to
those tanky meaty boys.
5 seconds
Yeah, and I wonder if
remaining.
we'll see the Rubik go in the mid lane here, and potentially another hero to kind of try to counteract some of the strength heavy nature of 5 Meeples in a trench coat. I don't know if an Undying does it, or if they're going to be looking for something with more burst, but
Timbersaw. What a Timbersaw. Bring me the lamp, pick a Timbersaw.
Dire's
I
ban.
think that would be
Dire's
a nice
ban.
damage add for their
the
strength
Necro,
heroes.
the Necro's a good ban here. I think
Radiant's
they're
ban.
thinking about exactly what
Well,
we're talking about right
yeah,
now, and
yeah.
um,
Peoples know that they're kind of leaning on this one
oh,
side, so they're making the bans for it.
there you go, Lynx. They must have, well, they couldn't have possibly heard you because this is a post cast, but there's the Timbersaw ban.
Yeah, certainly if you're sporting
10
4 strength
seconds to
heroes,
pick.
like that's Necro and Timbersaw are 2 heroes I can think of you
5
definitely want
seconds.
out of the
Hurry,
pool.
hurry.
Yeah, so who do they look for here, and what position are we looking to see from each team?
I would guess that Bring Me the Lamp is going to pick a mid. It could be a Rubik mid, but I don't think it's very common.
Is this where they get forced into one of those Viper situations where you look at the pool and you think about what you're up against and go, I don't want to play the
Radiant's
hero. It's
turn
kind
to
of
roll is
boring, but
squared up.
I think I got to
Dire
take
team are now
Viper
picking.
Lena.
Lena.
or Lena. That's even more, I think, more in the meta and versatile.
Yeah, I think it's kind of in the same mindset as the Viper, where it provides this sort of very, like, the hero can pump out damage quite well into all stages of the game.
Choose your
Oh,
hero.
wow.
Spirit
Wow.
Breaker.
Full melee draft from 5 Meepos.
Do you think they just like, okay, guys, into going into this first game, let's just pick a attribute and we're gonna stick to it?
Incredible. Also, some incredible hats. Look at this. What a treat.
I want to see this Night Stalker fill out, but yeah, like I mean, this Abaddon, like wow, I've never seen this Abaddon before.
Abaddon, incredible. The Lina, top tier. Juvu, I mean, I almost have to. That's enough. Just that one kind of set here is swaying me. The Dawnbreaker,
Only
really
10
nice. I mean, across the
seconds.
board here. Look at this. Night Stalker a
5
little late to the
seconds
party, but
remaining.
Just get himself set up. Maybe he's choosing his skins right now.
could
There
be
we
could be
go.
playing some dress up. Oh wow.
Right, you call it. You give the
No,
official badge.
I'm about to do something unprecedented. I can't call it. They're both
Okay.
so good,
Okay.
but
That's it. That's the judgment. It's a tie game on the hats.
it is. It's a tie game.
Sporting some really good pieces.
Bring Me the Lamp might just have the edge, just because the Dragon Knight isn't my favorite, but that's very much a personal preference thing. So,
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
hats off to the hats.
Is there like so for these alternate skins, what are they called? The alternate like DK.
Persona.
Yeah, the personas. Is there a particular persona that you enjoy on a particular hero?
They've all been a bit of a miss for me because I really like kind of the fancy sets, and as you know, I have too many.
Yes, you are a collector.
Too many. Yeah, it's the thing about collecting. It just kind of happens.
All right, I'm excited to see this. This is a level Grandmaster and Dawnbreaker.
Unbelievable.
Seeing some big guns coming out here. All right, game one. On the side of Bring Me the Lamp, starting off with
Prepare
Nikoji.
yourselves
I
and
apologize in
prepare.
advance. I am going to mispronounce some of these. Nikoji is rocking the Vengeful Spirit. We've got almost Best Girl playing the Life Stealer. Malagia playing Rubik. Got Shazaz playing the Lena. And Cygnus playing the Abaddon. I'm gonna turn my camera on. There we go. That's working. All right, on the side of the Dire, 5 Meepos in a trench coat. We are playing with Juvu on the Legion Commander. We've got Pony Ride playing the Dawnbreaker. Vikramond playing Night Stalker.
30 seconds until digital
And
sports.
we got Bear playing the Spirit Breaker. And finally, Super Nintendo Chalmers playing the DK. Looks like both teams kind of grouping up here on the opposite high grounds, eyeballing each other.
Huge engagement right out of the gate here.
Getting low. This might be a first blood, yep, for Super Nintendo.
That would make Caden proud.
Dawnbreaker getting low. One more hit will do it.
It's gonna be it.
That's a 1-for-1 so far.
Both teams not hesitating to just start the fight right here before the 1 minute mark. Slowly make their way to their lanes, and
Both teams coming
lots
out punching, just ready
lots of
to
action.
ready to show their assert themselves against the other team.
I think Lena is gonna have a bit of an edge here in the mid lane. Of course, being ranged and just such a strong mid lane hero. Gonna be able to secure creeps that way. Could be challenging for our Dawnbreaker here.
Yeah, the dynamic between ranged and melee in the mid is kind of interesting. Melee has this advantage that they're right up to the creeks and their swings are fast, so the last hitting can sometimes feel a bit easier compared to a range that's attack is a bit slower, but certainly being able to stand away from your opponent and dish out damage is an advantage. You're in the bot
Sort of
lane.
trading in the bottom lane here. Rubik doing some nice work just to harass and create some Easy last hits for Lifestealer.
Five Meeples, they have all the strength heroes in all the lanes, so I mean that's kind of makes the kill potential hard for Bring Me the Lamp, but oh, there's a kill attempt on Juvu. He's getting down and he goes down.
Shield isn't quite enough at level 1 to provide what you need to get out of that. Yeah, Rubik again doing a lot of just really good job keeping him kind of low.
Yeah, just unrelenting on the right clicks for the harassment.
Yeah, and if you've got that advantage, you're going to take it all day long. Level 2, kind of all you really need to start getting a couple combo spells down.
Radiant's middle tower is taking
In the mid lane, Selena getting a bit low. Lots of Celestial Hammer being used to kind of wear down the Lina. This is a typically if you're a strength hero or a strength melee hero is going to have a lot of meat to absorb spells and things like that, where if you are the squishy range, it only takes like 2 spells or so to kind of take down your health bar. Personal preference for me is if I'm rocking a strength hero in the lane, I like to throw on just like Ring of Protection to kind of protect yourself from relentless right clicks that you get. Strength heroes tend to kind of have a lower armor compared to like their agi counter types.
Rubik with this little move there to steal the the Lotus. Just gave him a lift and said, "No, I'm gonna have that."
He's getting a bit low on the top lane. Albeit, see, he's got the Ring of Protection queued up. He feels it.
Needs that little bit of armor. Gonna get a charge here from Spirit Breaker. Stun comes up from Venge.
Big wave to kind of absorb this XP, catch themselves up on levels.
Yeah, 4 ranged here. They're gonna want to try to secure this. Pretty important, actually. Dragon Knight gonna be in there to cause some trouble.
Yeah, he's in there. Super Nintendo ensuring that
against Dire's courier will never answer.
just an easy last hit for him.
Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
We had some contesting of the runes. Both here,
Battle of the Bottle.
Yeah.
Lina kind of full up here. Just looking to get to 6. Probably, gonna consider some rotations at, although that's gonna be right at nighttime, so you have to be cautious of where you rotate. Probably want to avoid Night Stalker.
Yeah, for sure, the mark of a good mid hero is that ultimate. Taking the mid lane, getting that XP sooner gives you that ultimate quicker, and if you have the right hero to kind of leverage
absolutely.
that.
And we got some action in the bottom lane here. Juvu gonna get Night Stalker out, but again, Rubik just keeping him low and allowing almost Best Girl to really farm pretty efficiently here.
Yeah, I think the Lifestealer pick for this lane was spot on.
It's a Dominator. It's Night Stalker wants to dominate the lane and often does, but you put a Lifestealer in there and that's one of your best bets to have a good lane phase as a pause one.
Sure. Still got the phase boots.
Dire's middle tower taking damage.
Got 2 bracers on the Night Stalker.
Couple bracers.
Mission 4 Legion Commander is an interesting one.
Yeah, I think it struggles to be perfectly honest. I mean,
You have a rotation on the top lane.
A dark hood cannot save your visage from the light.
It's like Dawnbreaker kind of made their way up here to kind of secure a kill on the Abaddon. Good rotation by 5 Meepos. Kind of the point in the game where those rotations are going to start to be you to shift these lanes into a particular direction. So far, the Lina and the Dawnbreaker neck and neck in last hits and denies.
yeah, fairly even.
That should help.
Oh, the charge is coming out.
Charge coming out on the Spirit Breaker. He's gonna
Bit of ways away still. They're coming in.
Rubik won't have lift here, so won't be able to stop this from happening, but they are under tower. They're gonna go for it here. Nightstalker coming in. Rubik's not gonna be able to do a whole lot. Lifestealer goes down.
Fortunately, the disable and cooldown at that point.
Radiant's bottom tower.
That's the nice part about having strength heroes is running under that tower feels a little more safe. The health bar doesn't drop so quickly under a tower as most other heroes.
Now a charge coming in on the mid lane here. Lena's got to be careful. Starbreaker, great timing. She's gonna get the stun off, and just enough. Great use of the burst there to pull down Dawnbreaker. And Lena's gonna get out here. Not before she takes a courier.
But its crimes and transgressions linger on in memory.
Nice reactions from Bring Me the Lamp here.
Exactly what you want to see is your team kind of quick on those reactions, on those TPs, because the gank attempts can be sort of quick and big impact on the laning stage, but being able to rotate in and turn them around quickly is
Dire's top tower is
important. Charge coming in on Best Girl.
Gonna rage out here.
It's still going, but oh, Dawnbreaker also coming in here.
Committing a lot here for Lifestealer. They do not want. Wow, bring him down very easily. They do not want this Lifestealer to start to get out of control. They're going to be ganking often and looking to keep the pressure on.
Spirit Breaker Dawnbreaker is, I mean, it's in the name, right? Breaker.
Yeah, I think it's fairly, easy to time. You can really time these out quite nice. Another big rotation here on the mid lane. Going to bring down Lena.
Nice ganks on the side of 5 Meepos, really using their global ability to apply pressure onto these lanes.
Yeah, and really not even having to wait too much for ults. I mean, it's nice when you've got them, but they can move around the map freely with their abilities, and they've got the potential to pull down anybody on the side of the lamp right now.
Yeah, so with this amount of rotations, you're hoping that you're on the side of Bring Me the Lamp, that they've got those TP scrolls ready. You know the enemy team is looking for those quick ganks and pileups right now, so I just want to start anticipating where they're going to happen. Definitely need to do a bit of catch up now. The 5 Meepos 2k ahead now in net worth. It's kind of in the end of the laning stage here. Looks like they shifted the Lifestealer up to the top lane, hoping to kind of
Find a safer place on the map to kind of catch up on some last hitting here.
Yeah, we got 3 heroes on either side. TKL does come out, going on this Rubik. Squishy hero to get chomped down right away.
Overwhelming odds to finish it off from Jubu.
Invis rune coming out on the Lina. They did see them come in.
Yeah, the lamp looking to react, but 5 Meepos know where they are. Probably going to have to disengage here.
Do have the Boots of Travel on the Lina, so she is going to be able to kind of counteract that global ability with her own. Being able to show up to any of these ganks and to provide massive damage. This hero, just as soon as it hits level 6, level 4 in Dragon Slave, Laguna Blade, like even strength heroes are going to look squishy in front of it.
Yeah, I think it's fair to mention, as much as it's an interesting 5 melee lineup, you will have range every time Dragon Knight pops the ult, so scales incredibly well, and the splash damage is...
Got a charge coming in on the Lina. Trigger committing to this. They're coming in. Getting this revenge on the Lina here. But rotation's coming. This duel. Kind of keep that
That enables them, buying him a little bit of time here.
Dire have fortified their tower.
Charge coming out on the Rubik. You're gonna turn this. Again, Rubik, the squishy one in the group, is gonna go down quite quickly. Abaddon,
Adam's ult down here.
Night Stalker also coming in to join the party. They might want one more here. Venge ready, but not level 6 yet to provide a swap. They will back off all that tier 2. Tier 2 is an intimidating prospect at this point. Tower.
Oh, and she's just gonna miss it. Just out of vision for the Lina to stop the TP. And Dawnbreaker providing global vision for the entire map.
Dire's middle tower taking damage.
Really strong rotations, movements, ganks on the side of 5 Meepos. You can see how they're communicating, they're coordinated, they're ready to make the moves on the map where they need to, and then peel out once they've gotten what they wanted. Another charge coming in, but cancelled.
I think it's fair to note, Lynx, the power of Night Stalker and Dawnbreaker on the same lineup. You notice you get that extra vision every time it switches from day to night, so kind of an interesting little synergy, isn't it?
Yeah, sure. That's like really maximizing the... Oh, we got a charge coming on the Rubik. They're kind of...
Radiant's middle tower is
Poking a
Meepos,
little bit here in the triangle.
yeah, providing a lot of pressure, sitting in their jungle here. Bring Me the Lamp kind of getting pressured quite well here. They need to really find a way to
Radiant's bottom tower is
get them to almost... I mean, the 5 Meepos are calling the shots right now.
demolished.
Need to start making some moves of their own to start to bring the movements into their own
Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
game plan. Stalker shifting top. Looks like the 5 Meepos are positioning themselves. Got the charge on the Lifestealer. They're unrelenting. As soon as someone is showing on the map and cooldowns are down, they're ready to...
He wanted to go with me.
And look at this. 5 heroes just committing to this gank. They know what they want.
Well, I think this is that answer to, well, why is Lifestealer so good right now? Well, I think it's when the Lifestealer is left to his devices to farm, and when you just jump on him and single that hero out constantly, and you're able to kind of find him on the map, boding very, very, very well for 5 Meepos right now.
In terms of items,
Radiant's middle tower
lots of phase boots showing on the side of 5 Meepos. Understandable. The strength heroes like to have the movement speed to close that distance and to have that extra armor.
Radiant's towers are fortified. Do as you please with that.
You know,
The armor helps, and the ability to kind of move a little bit quicker through the fights is not going to go unnoticed. Lina in a big amount of trouble here. Going to get the shield from Abaddon. Looking to kind of maybe turn this.
I mean, I was liking a lot of the picks on the side of 5 Lamps, but see how, like, just with the amount of pressure that 5 Meepos is applying, they're a bit behind on items now and net worth, so these fights are becoming more and more difficult for them. They don't really have that sort of advantage of having the health bars high to be able to absorb a lot of the damage that they're putting out.
Yes, bounty.
Dragon Knight able to really start to pull ahead here on farm. Super Nintendo Chalmers is going to scale really, really well into this kind of mid to late game. Already with an armlet and looking to finish off a Sanji Yasha. Big trouble for Lina. As the Starbreaker brings her down.
Radiant's top tower is
You can see, like, even now, like, they've got the lead now, so even just the Starbreaker or the Dawnbreaker and the Spiritbreaker together can secure some of these ganks themselves now.
regeneration.
Great synergy between those 2 heroes.
Yeah, absolutely terrifying. There's not a whole lot you can do, and you can time those, that charge with the ult from Dawnbreaker. It's tough until you start maybe getting BKBs, but that's not going to be for a little while. And even then, the bash is going to go right through.
Charge coming out. They catch out the Spirit Breaker. With the stun out, he is going to go down. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Nightstalker providing a good amount of pressure onto this tower here. We're already starting to see these tier 2s taking damage. A little bit. Yeah, what items? So you bring me the lamp. You're getting pressured this hard. Which hero and which item is gonna kind of turn these team fights in your favor?
It's tough to say because there isn't really one answer. You got a lot of different kind of things coming at you from the side of 5 Meepos, and you don't want to get silenced, so you kind of want to BKB, but duels are going to go through. I don't know if a BKB does it, but I feel like there's where else do you turn, right?
My hope is in the Lina with the Agnum Scepter. Once this Agnums is online, the hero can position well and be able to kind of come into the fights at the right time. Can be able to burst down one of the heroes very, very quickly. Nightstalker coming out with the ultimate, full vision on side of the lamps. A nice duel down. And heroes on the side of the Radiant just going down one by one. It's massive pressure coming out of these 5 strength heroes.
Yeah, and maybe stand corrected on the use of the pause 4 Legion. Just able to do quite a bit in these fights, like getting the heal, getting kind of hitting the overwhelming odds, and picking your spots to duel. Juju's done a great job supporting his team here.
Yeah, it's all you really need, right? Like the duel is a very strong spell to almost focus the team onto one target, lock down that target, and secure a kill. I mean, you don't need a whole lot on Legion Commander to be able to provide that sort of utility on the team. Just good positioning and good understanding of where the action is happening in the fight.
Yeah, their map awareness has been terrific this whole game.
They're setting themselves up for Torm. Is this an early Torm? Look at these guys. They're on schedule. 30 seconds and they're like, yeah, let's do the Torm. It's not up yet.
They're not messing around here.
It's like they put the Torm in their calendars and they're like, yep, meeting time.
Yeah, the timer was set. They don't mind spending extra 10 seconds. The whole team's ready.
Yeah.
And it's, good time for some high fives.
Someone's got themselves like an Apple Watch and it's like, guys, Torm is going to be up in 30 seconds. Let's go. Never happens in ours, eh? It's always Dave being like, let's do the Torm, guys.
Yeah, and half
Let's do the Torm, guys. Guys, let's do
the
the Torm. And what are we doing? Who knows?
Yeah, you can't really discount the importance of these objectives, and bonus 1,400 gold in a shard doesn't hurt.
For sure. They do spot out the Vengeful Spear here in the bottom lane. You see the usual gank coming in. They don't.
Nothing you can do. That silence is such a pain.
Yeah. Very oppressive hero. I didn't see. Was it Phylactery first, then Midas, or was it Midas then Phylactery?
I missed it, but gosh, I mean, it's almost all you need, isn't it? That and the Shroud of Darkness at night, and he's just a force to be reckoned with.
A whole lot of
4
these
points already in Hunter of the Night.
within team tips coming out on the side of 5 Meepos.
Yeah, they're feeling themselves here. They've got the control of the pace of this game, and You're taking real estate.
Super Nintendo does have the S and Y building towards a BKB. It'd be that much harder to take down.
Radiant's
Yeah,
bottom
and he's
tower
not a
under
hero you
fire.
want to swap. You know, that's kind of an ideal situation. You swap that guy in, and then the team responds, and
This will provide.
you've kind of exhausted all your abilities on one hero.
We do see some items now on the side of Bring Me the Lamp. Staff almost finished on the Rubik. These items are going to go a long way in these team fights. So far, 5 meeples have just been kind of easily getting their way, but just an item or two might make a big difference in a fight. They do see the Rubik here. Juvu going in Biz. Arch going out. He's in a little bit of trouble. Nice catch there, but one more spell on the side of Spirit Breaker to follow up. Rubik does go down. Abaddon in, has the ultimate, but they're retreating to their high ground now. This wave of strength heroes running at them is a tidal wave.
Doing a good job to hang on here.
Nice
Nice.
damage.
Lina able to pull down the Night Stalker.
KB out, and they're going to TP out. So gank attempted, and we see the Lina was able to put out that sort of massive burst
Lifesteal is going to
damage.
need to watch out here. He's getting charged in the top lane. They found him. Super Nintendo Dromer is just stealing.
As the Infest, gonna hopefully be able to find a creep here to make their escape.
Gonna jump in. Nice play.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
Yeah, see, I would have committed the Infest there just as a panic, and that would have been
Watch
the
his
wrong
courier
move.
though. He's kind of giving away his position. They're looking for. Ooh,
He's just sneaking out.
sneaking out. Just a little guy.
Little
He's gonna
hill
run
troll
away.
priest. Nice escape. Nice escape on the lifestealer. Working towards Sanj Yasha now. It's the Yasha, just needs the Sanj. That's gonna be... Oh, we're gonna have a fight here in the triangle. Once again, 5 meeples all grouped up.
Ganon's
Get
gonna
a
wanna be
double
careful
hammer
here.
down. Ghoul is out.
Oh.
2 heroes down.
Not the time to fight for Lifestealer here.
But nice stun.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Lina coming in at the right time. That's what I'm talking about.
Really nice here. Really.
But Super Nintendo finds the Lina and takes him down. It's a 2v2 now. Lifestealer getting low. Has the armlet to potentially toggle out of this. Abaddon doing
nice
their
toggle on
best.
the- Lifestealer able to toggle the armlet to get out there.
Yeah, and the Abaddon just kind of doing what they can to provide healing and get the Lifestealer out of there. It's now looking like we're moving from the ganks into these team fight scrims, and see how the Bring Me the Lamp does have sort of a way to eke themselves into
Radiant has lost.
getting the better part of these fights. As long as it kind of shakes out in a way, Lena's able to get the damage that she needs to get off. Might be able to see some turn here.
Yeah, by no means is this one. This could still go either way. It's not over yet.
They're gonna look at Roche now on the side of 5 Meepos. His Apple Watch beeped again, and they say, "Let's go. This is the time."
Incredible timings on these objectives, and they're all there without. Won't be anyone to contest this. I think they'll be able to pull Roche down pretty easily. We're already seeing the BKBs coming out on Dawnbreaker, Super Nintendo, played the BKBs.
Yeah, it's gonna make these heroes much harder. And Lena kind of dependent on that magic damage.
Dire's middle tower is being attacked to
BKBs are certainly gonna slow down the damage that she outputs on these heroes.
structures are fortified.
It's like 5 Meepos working themselves down the top lane, moving into the triangle that they already have really good vision on. They've kind of kept themselves Good
They're going to be looking
eyesight.
just to move as 5 at this point,
Top tower
and
is under siege.
anyone who's out risks being picked off right now. They've got the ability to jump on you so quick.
Like this glimmer cape on Juvu. Magic
Yeah, using it
resistance, but
so
then
well.
you can just sneak yourself into the fight. Find that perfect duel that's
Like, he
needed.
doesn't need items. You know, it's
Yeah.
for me a somewhat unorthodox pause 4, but just doing it so well here.
Just taking the very minimal for themselves to maximize what the hero does. It is in the bottom lane here. 5 coats. Applying a bit of pressure down here. Lina is going in. Sees Juvu. Puts out the nuke damage. Has the Glimmer Cape though to resist that damage and be able to move out, and Lina's now committed in there. Spells are down. Rest of the 5 lamps now following up here on the bottom. Charge coming in.
Big stun from the Lina. Dawnbreaker's going down.
Lots of damage being output by the Super Nintendo with that splash damage. Not looking good on the side for the lamp. Abaddon is gonna go down. Oh, the Infest to save the Abaddon.
What a save. Yeah, I'm just going to need to look to protect Lina as the lion's share of the damage coming out is coming from that backline.
See how that Glimmer Cape was just enough to keep Juvu alive. Any other item on this hero, and I think Juvu would have just fallen to that Lina. Lina would have been able to get back, and that exchange would have gone much different.
Looking to make a play here. Bring me the lamp. Engaging on Super Nintendo. Chalmers is in there.
Does have the Aegis.
Just too much to bring down.
Lifestealer is in now, but getting hit off by that Spirit Breaker. Nice stun. Looks like it's a 1 for 2. Both supports going down, or not support, Abaddon and Rubik going down on the side of Bring Me the Lamp. Aegis still up for another 2 minutes.
But at this point, becoming more and more difficult to bring down Super Nintendo Chalmers. Just kind of pulling away with the lead here. Mage Slayer, Armlet SNY, and a BKB. This is a tank at this point.
Yeah, a lot of effort's gonna be put into trying to take this hero down now.
Radiant's top tower is being
Super Nintendo now applying pressure onto this high ground tower. You see the stun go out, swap goes in, and he still does have the Aegis. Fearbreaker going in, but backing off at the last second. Does not want to go up on that high ground alone.
Again, this Glimmer Cape from Juvu is just doing so much. Really just baiting out the swap, and it was basically irrelevant. There was no way to lock Super Nintendo down. And they're going to chip away at this tower. They've got the range to do it.
KB
Gonna
goes
get a stun
down.
here.
invisibility.
Just happy to pop BKB and do a little bit more tower damage. 5 Meepos on the offensive here, kind of controlling the pace and owning quite a bit of the map. Tier 3's coming out.
Yeah, and Bring Me the Lamp kind of now just on their high ground now. They're going to have to rely on their high ground defense to bring themselves back into this game. Tormentor just came up.
Wonder
Both teams
if,
kind of eyeing it.
Wonder if 5 Meepos look to. Aegis expires on the Dragon Knight. Didn't need to use it, but Scepter is now available, which is going to be terrifying when he pops his ult.
Yeah, Bingen will have that flying mobility to be able to kind of position yourself where you want to. What is it? It's resistance against magic damage, isn't it? This thing does.
It's a lot.
Does it end? Okay, Black Dragon. Damage. You have to look at that one later.
Not sure if Bring Me the Lamp are going to let them take this Tormentor so easy. Ult coming in from the Dawnbreaker. Huge exchange back. Big backline damage coming up from Super Nintendo Controllers. And little they can do to stop the aggression here. Gun comes out from Lena. Able to pull down a couple of them. Lifestealer needs to get back.
Decent fight on both sides, but see how this Black Dragon is just so oppressive at this point. Very hard to fight into.
Yeah, you can't spend a ton of time and resource attacking them as much as you'd like to, but you got to pull down the other targets first, which is a big part of the problem here for Bring Me the Lamp.
Did manage to get 3 kills on there. There was a duel go out. Did manage to get the duel on it. The duel kind of acts as a Doom, where it's like you pick one target and you're like, okay, this is the target we're going to lock down until it's dead. You just kind of have to eye it and judge it once the fight shakes out.
Even the Deso here from Lifestealer, I think it's a good pickup. Cut through some of that armor. That I think it's a good call. He's getting charged though. I think he needs to really think about running away here.
Ready to protect them.
More than likely going to ult in. Yeah, here it comes. Soul Guardian coming in. They're able to kind of just back away.
Can't win a war without money.
Definitely a Desolator good against Strength Heroes. It is kind of the item that is able to kind of make your right clicks feel a little better against those big health bars. Pumps out consistent damage.
Yeah, it's, arguably a little late, but I think it's still going to have some impact here. I think it's a good pickup.
Yeah, what item do you want to see next on this Lifestealer? In the face of this much Strength Hero, I wonder if Eye of Scotty or something like that might be
a little bit of survivability and tankability, a basher. I'm not sure. You're going to get into these kind of. There they are, able to take the Tormentor down.
Scythe of Ice being built on the Lena. Any sort of disable, even just putting the dragon out in a timeout for a few seconds will make a big difference in fights.
Good pickup.
But that being said, SNY, status resist. And why it's such a valuable thing to have. It's time that you're disabled, the more time that you can do what you need to do. Casual charge going in onto the creep wave. Breaker does have that sort of movement speed to be able to urge in, and if it's looking bad, just to kind of quickly escape out if needed. They do catch the Lena. Duel goes out. She's getting low, and that's enough. Doesn't complete the duel, but it's enough to take the hero down.
She does have buyback here, and she's lion's share of that backline damage. Pretty devastating to bring the lamp here. You're gonna have to probably think about some buybacks.
It's in Infest to kind of give them a little more health to keep the Abaddon alive. But just Abaddon a Lifestealer now to... Oh, Lena buys back. Try and keep the 5 Meepos from just demolishing their base. Goes out. DK is in and BKB out. Lena in trouble here. Fuels up, but goes down.
The dieback on the Lena. Rack's exposed and dropping so fast. Just so much pressure coming out from 5 Meepos. This is just too much to deal with.
Yeah, taking out the last rack here, it's looking good for the side of 5 lamps.
No.
Steeler trying to chip away at what it can, but you just see how there's just so much much pressure being applied to them that at this point in the game, it's just they're just a bit outweight classed in terms of their hero kits. I'm going out. Stealer in trouble here. Goes down. Duel goes out on the Abaddon that has the ult on. Abaddon getting a win for the duel. Victories, but the victory is looking on the side of 5 Meepos right now.
Just unbelievable what this Black Dragon can do.
Yeah, it is just a raid boss that
Your raid boss.
surrounded by 4 other massive tanky heroes. It's just like Super Nintendo setting his Apple Watch.
The next commenter. What an efficient game. What a great showing by both sides, but this unbelievable beefy lineup from 5 Meepos was a whole lot to deal with.
I want to see the post game, but I don't want to reveal the. Hold on, if I go game 1.
Links, I got to run for 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries. I'm gonna try to bring up the post game and
Okay.
do some commentary here on it. Leave game. Bear with me as I figure this out. Match details. Yeah, 5 strength heroes on the side of 5 Meeples, and I don't know, just looking at how the fights shook out, really good coordination on their side just out of the laning stage to kind of start securing pressure, start putting down these heroes in ganks and putting them on the back feet. Where you saw the net worth just gradually work towards the side of the 5 Meepos because they were just able to pry that pressure onto the map, assert themselves, and Bring Me the Lamp just kind of had to bear it as best they could, but they just felt outweight classed, honestly. The ability to just kind of appear anywhere on the map with a Spirit Breaker charge and then followed by a Daunton ultimate, that's just like the perfect setup for a gank. And throw in a Night Stalker that's able to provide massive vision for any fight going on, massive damage to the squishy heroes that are kind of left out. Yeah, they just kind of felt outweight classed. The Abaddon, a good kind of pick to sort of keep some of the squishy heroes alive, but if you're behind, there's only so much you can do. I mean, Lifestealer, like a good sort of hero to play against this kind of lineup, but if it doesn't kind of get its feet off the ground quickly, it's only a single target hero. If you're ended up getting kited, if you end up kind of getting swarmed, you're going to do a bit of damage to one hero, but it's not going to be enough. The Lina was able to put out a lot of sort of area damage and be able to burst down heroes here and there, but 5 Meeples just being able to rush in at them. Lina, like any squishy backliner, is not going to feel great having a whole bunch of heroes on top of them. Yeah, overall good showing on 5 Meeples. Really well coordinated. You can tell that the team has their timings down, has their communication set, and just overall a good draft to pull out this win. Welcome back.
Oh man, yeah, that was a heck of a game.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's like you look at some of these numbers and you just go, what's the answer? How do you stop a Dragon Knight from doing that to you?
I mean, first thing to think about is the draft. I mean, I think 5 Meeples was really keen on banning the counters for this sort of draft.
Yep.
I mean, you can kind of gamble and you see 3 strength heroes comes up. Maybe you can pull a hero like Timbersaw or Necro to try and start to fight against it. But even then, like those heroes would have still issue trying to fight off this well coordinated assault.
Hey, Lynx, I think we got to do something about this. You've been cutting in and out bad, man.
Yeah,
I can't. Yeah, I didn't hear anything that you just said. Sorry.
that's okay. Hopefully it's coming through on the stream. If it's not, I apologize. I'm gonna try exiting Discord and coming back.
Might be interesting just to check and see.
Yeah. This is end of game one, so I'm gonna stop the stream here and then start a new one. And then I'll just quickly, in the interim, check to make sure everything is sounding good on the side. And then, yeah, we'll come back for game two.
Looking forward to game 2.
Right. Back in a bit.